I call Todd Muller.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the passing of Monty Ohaya from Ngāti Pūkenga. He's a man of much mana and highly respected kaumatua, and his loss will be felt many in my electorate. Tauranga moana and welcome bay, oki oki e roti te rangi Māori. Mr Speaker, I am very pleased to add my voice to the support on this side for this sensible bill in the third reading this evening. Any efforts to ensure that immigration regime operates effectively should be encouraged, because immigration is absolutely critical for this country. It helps build a strong economy, creates jobs by encouraging innovation, and deepens our links with the international community, and provides skills and capital for growth. And I have been absolutely astounded to sit here and listen to the drivel that has come across the other side of the House from New Zealand First. Their vision for isolation is pathetic. They have a view that we should be an isolated island. Well, let me tell you, an isolated island is a poor island. An isolated island is poor economically, poor in spirit, poor in ideas. It echoes its own prejudice, and you are all a great example of that. It's appalling. And to listen to what you have said just makes me wonder, Mr Mitchell, what planet you are on, to quote your words back to you. Look, immigration is a very, very critical part of the Bay of Plenty economy, where both myself and Todd McClay and Simon Bridges effectively represent. It's the Bay of Plenty is the kiwifruit capital of the world. You'll be aware that it had suffered from PSA, it is recovering, and the kiwifruit industry has said very clearly that over the next 3 years it needs another 4,000 jobs. 4,000 more jobs, and of course New Zealanders will be a key part of it, but so will migrant workers. And Mr Mitchell, could you please get out of your isolationist bubble and go and have a chat to a kiwifruit orchardist, go and have a chat to a kiwifruit packhouse, and have a chat and listen to what they say. And they say we need more workers, we need New Zealanders, and we need migrants who can fill the gap. And that is why this country and this government is heading in the right direction with this party. Sir, the more you outline that view, the more you will disconnect yourself from the people you seek to represent. Sorry, Mr Speaker. Mr Mitchell, you get the point. I did mean the member. Turning back to the specifics with respect to this bill, it's very, very good to see that there is provision in this for significant consequence for exploitation. I mean, the specifics that have been outlined have been worked through from the Select Committee in terms of jail sentence for up to 7 years, fine not exceeding 100K. I mean, these are material consequences for those who are involved in being proven to be exploiting migrant workers who are here legally. They're doing everything right, they're following all the right processes, and they must have the same protections from exploitation under law. And so this is a very, very good piece of legislation, because it sends the right message to employers around the expectations that we hold of them to do the right thing for their community and their employees in particular. I'm very pleased, Mr Speaker, to see the specific provisions with respect to deportation, particularly around those exploitative employers who have themselves come into this country in the last 10 years and been given residential status. The fact that they can be potentially deported, I think, will be another very strong and powerful message to do the right thing. And look, it is natural for migrants who come to this country to then at times to look for those who can join them from where they have come to be part of their own workforce. But of course they need to follow at all times the expectations we have of all employers to be a good employer, and if they're not, then they need to of course be exposed to the consequences which are outlined in this particular piece of legislation. It's not right. And the equity issues where we have seen those law-abiding employers doing the right thing are being potentially undercut is not right. We've heard some great examples of some of the difference that this bill will make, particularly from the various submissions who have come in. I think the biometric information provisions is good, a great blend of cutting-edge technology to assist us in delivering a right policy and get information to enable us to be able to protect our borders and protect our people more effectively into the future. Mr. Speaker, to conclude, I would like to acknowledge the Minister, Michael Woodhouse, of course our Chair, Jonathan Young, and the committee who have worked through this legislation, and I am very sure that at the end of it we will have a better framework to protect our migrant and workers in this country. Thank you.
Well done. Members, this debate is concluded. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. So, party votes called for. Ask the clerk to conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
32 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
12 votes opposed.
Māori Party. ACT New Zealand.
1 vote in favour.
United Future.
1 vote in favour.
Any other votes?
Members, the ayes are 61, the noes are 58. The motion is agreed to.
Amendment Bill number 2, third reading.
Call on Government Order of the Day number 3.